The first one I want to watch is a WestJett video. Massive Ludwig drama. To be fair, I don't know what this is about. I do not know. I've heard like there was some, it was gaming related, but I don't know. I in general have a few problems with Ludwig. He's a bit too, how do I put this? A bit too, he likes to, how do I put this? When he's involved or talks about certain drama, he likes to appease the masses more, and I kind of think he never says what he actually, like, thinks, and I don't really like that in particular. But yeah, if you like this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing. We'll just jump in and see what happened. What is going on here?
Massive day for the unemployed.
I just love it. I just love it when WestJett does that. Like, massive day for the unemployed. It's just so good.
Ludwig is in hot water and his house of cards on Twitch is falling down. The dude is a rat and a parasite that people are seeing through that. A couple days ago, I made a video about a streamer who got too drunk at Ludwig's event and started being weird towards the girls. But little did we know, Ludwig was enabling his behavior.
Hey, everybody!
Huh. So he's a sellout for public opinion. He very much is. Like, he's also, some people, like, are calling him a Hassan Dick Rider too, apparently. Some people do. I can neither confirm nor deny this.
Mango just blew a .32!
I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mobile News events. Cause like, you know, it's a privilege to go to an event, man. Like
Ludwig when Mango's blood alcohol concentration is 0.32.
Let's shoot for 40!
Accurate. I don't know. If you know somebody acts out when they drink, or somebody, like, you see somebody acting out when they drink, and you're enabling it, you're actually, you shouldn't even be invited to your own events at this point. Not gonna lie.
Okay, dude.
Okay, Mango is like an alcoholic. Mango can drink 30 beers and act the same he does off no beer.
Bro says Mango is an alcoholic and proceeds to invite him to his drinking event. Oh, and by the way, retards on Reddit, I'm not
Bro. So you invited somebody to a drinking event that should not be drinking alcohol because he looks at a beer. He just looks at it, and he immediately starts going crazy. Why do you invite somebody to a drinking event when they cannot handle alcohol?
defending Mango either. It's almost like two things can be true at once. Wow.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
He's a machine of a man.
He said he had 7 beers already today.
If you ask him how many beers he's had lifetime, it's probably above 10,000.
Is it killing him?
He's the two-time champion. He's never lost.
We got a new PB! Guys, Mango just blew a .25!
Bro is trashed. A .25?
Look at this homie. Look at him. You're like, yeah, bro, what? That's like inviting an arsonist to a bonfire, pretty much. He invited somebody that is not supposed to drink. Actually. And they are all actually, in fact, pushing him to drink more. You cannot say, oh, he drank too much and then started acting weird towards the females. Well, it's not an excuse. Like, drinking and being, like, drunk is not an excuse. But at the same time, you're not innocent if you enable it. Well, Ludwig, you should probably not be invited to any events either. Just saying.
Life is not a joke. He weighs between like 160 and 180 pounds. He's had about like 11 or 12 drinks at this point.
Mango just blew a .32.
That is my guy. Hey, everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
To be clear, that is dangerous. That's not good. That's not good. That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
I know why people don't like him. I realize now why people really don't like him. Or a lot of people have a very dislike. I mean, people already started him disliking him when Amaranth, like the Amaranth situation happened, where it was like, oh, she's like a really hardworking creator and like go support her. Yes, undressing yourself is a really hard worker.
You know, in the moment he's encouraging it, having a vibe, but then when reality sets in, he's like, by golly, a drunk guy did something stupid. I gotta distance myself.
Now I see a lot of dialogue on like broader implications. I'm only worried about my team,
Self.
Everybody, get your second race ready to go.
Wait, do it. Oh, God, sorry. I thought you were Mango. I got confused.
Oh, me. He's f***ing me from behind. Get off me. Oh, my God. He thrust so nicely.
Yeah, the exhale there is right, dickweed.
Yeah, I can tell. Bro was like, fuck, I made a mistake. Maybe that was the realization. I have made a mistake. It's just terrible. Especially if you know what he's like drunk. Don't bring him around women while he's drunk. And even more, don't let him drink. Those thoughts occur after the event, not before or during. Because, you know, these people don't think. Anyways, so much as I enjoy drama, I'm a dip now. Have fun. Take care, Dream Warden. Have a nice day. As far as you can, I guess. Or as much as you can.
When you see your friend there in that situation, you should probably help him and, you know, get him out of there. Even Mango's wife saw this and responded to the situation. Let's check this out. But since I'm not bound by Kyo as a civilian, at Ludwig, I watched you on stream asking for Mango to take shots. Of course, your little teeny bopper viewer ass wants to pretend that never happened. People were vomiting at your event and you never once decided to pull.
Fuck Ludwig. Oh, my homies hate Ludwig. Accurate. Yeah. I guess he really is. Kind of a snake. Why there's so many? Why are all of these big content creators just snakes? What is this? Won't hold me back. Yeah, go ahead, enjoy.
Ludwig. All my homies hate Ludwig. I hope you enjoy your grace for banning Mango while encouraging him to get f***ing wasted. F*** you, Lud. Word for word. I need to do a shot. Where's Mango? And then people wonder, why do people hate Ludwig? He's such a good guy. The #2 political streamer himself even called him a golden retriever.
People hate Ludwig.
Okay. I have the confirmation. Dick Rider!
Ludwig, dude, think about that. This man is a fucking golden retriever. He is mathematically crafting takes that are the most kind, empathetic, and inoffensive you can possibly be.
Funnily enough, Hassan Adolf Diddy Bin Laden Piker here
Hassan Adolf Diddy Bin Laden Piker. I love it. Yeah, the thing is actually this, which is really interesting. I don't believe people that act like this. If you're overly positive, if you're overly, like, all sunshine and rainbow, I do not trust you. I've learned this from being a VTuber, where this behavior is very prevalent. We call this toxic positivity. I do not trust you. Something's off. If all your takes are, like, kind and inoffensive, if all your beliefs are kind, or, like, if all your beliefs are inoffensive, then something's wrong. Then I feel like if you don't offend somebody with your beliefs, then you kind of don't stand for anything at all. Just saying, because Hassan's opinions hold so much weight. Such a good guy. Yeah. The goodest guy of them all, Hassan, calling somebody else good. Wink.
Describe why people hate Ludwig.
Golden retriever.
Yeah, he literally is a dog. Old Yeller, and your time has come. It's time for you to wrap it up. No party like a Luddy party.
No, I don't think Ludwig...
Bro. No party like a Luddy party. Perfect. This will be the video title.
Deserves haters either. But he still gets them.
I'd argue Ludwig doesn't deserve fans for his inauthenticity, but I'm not gonna lie, his main channel videos are good. Like, objectively, they are good. Like, I'm not baselessly gonna hate on him, you know, he has his moments. You know, that chess boxing stuff sponsored by Fadsley, that's tough. May Allah strike.
What the f... Okay, that's a bit much. That's a bit much, but yeah. If you get a sponsorship by Fadsley, I don't particularly consider you the most moral. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Like Ludwig. Spending all night goading the alcoholism of a friend you've known for 10 years, then publicly disowning them when it goes south is crazy work.
That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
TBF, Mango is an adult that's responsible.
That Luigi hat, that L on that hat, gives this a completely new dimension. He's not just... He not only has L takes, but he also is a walking L. He literally has his L on his head. May Allah what? Drone strike. Drone strike, Ludwig. That's crazy work. That is insane to pull that up.
Well, for his own actions, yeah, no Sherlock. Never said otherwise, but it's slimy to egg him on all night, be in the frame of all the clips, watch the harassment all night, not ask him to leave, but then publicly disown him the next day after the clips blow up, lol. You know, at the end of the day, even bouncers kick people out from nightclubs that are throwing up or being, you know, too belligerently drunk, so if you're hosting an event, I feel like you should, you know, be responsible. With friends like Ludwig, you don't even need enemies. Guy's a massive...
Very true. Also, why? How? Like... These streamers and content creators just don't understand that this will all end up online. So why do you not make sure that if somebody misbehaves, you remove them? Because if you don't remove them, you become the target. It's like the same with like people like TwitchCon and stuff where horrid shit happens because Twitch doesn't do anything. And people still go there. That's interesting. It's just like, if somebody at your event acts up, you remove them. And if you don't, well, then you're just as much to blame. And this is not the only streamer event where this happens.
Of POS who only cares about his image. Now, if you're missing context from this situation, maybe you missed my last video or God forbid you have a job. Nevertheless, Mango actually lost his gaming organization and stopped being invited to pro tournaments, which is, you know, a pretty big hit to him. You know, Ludwig was quick to jump into the fray disavowing Mango, but as soon as everyone turns on him, he's radio silent, dropping merch and, you know, ignoring everyone. Quick to address someone else's drama, but never your own. Spike would never. You know, that's literally death by 1,000 cuts. Bankai. For a second, my love for Bleach almost distracted me from my hate for Ludwig. You know, even the virgins on Reddit were unhappy about this one. This was going generational on
livestream fails. I like looking at livestream fails occasionally because the misbehaving gets views. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, bad publicity is still publicity, I guess. Though, for Mango, that didn't go quite so well.
livestream fail. Ludwig ignores concerns he might be enabling Mango's alcoholism. Yeah, that's not a great look. Hindsight is 20/20, but knowing someone is an alcoholic and being asked directly if you think you're enabling them and hand-waving, it is not great. You can't expect him to be an expert at dealing with an addict, but encouraging someone that blew a .25 to see if they can go higher? Jesus. You see, this is what's called a functioning alcoholic, and this is to go even further beyond. Cheering for a .32 blood alcohol is crazy work. Seriously, that's actually dangerous. And you know, when Reddit's the voice of reason, you know you're cooked. Despite pushing 40, Pokimane here was actually the voice of reason as well.
7 beers already today.
You know, her spike...
Pokimane, but it's Valkyrie. Yeah. Yeah, you basically were enabling somebody, pushing somebody to go to the hospital involuntarily by pushing him to drink more. You are not an innocent, good little golden retriever. You're a dick. You're not just a dick. You're also a coward. You're not just a coward. You're also a bitch.
Senses are tingling. She's like, eee.
Okay, Mango is like an alcoholic.
Girls, fear not. Mango's an alcoholic. He can handle a couple of beers.
So I feel really bad about that. And
who would have ever predicted if you give an alcoholic some liquor, something would happen, huh?
I am the liquor.
Julian.
I could have hired an Indian to edit this, but I did it myself, so subscribe. Also, is it just me, or I feel like there's a lot of liability recording these cringy streamer drinking parties? Like, when alcohol's involved, you never know what's gonna happen, so I think this is a rookie mistake in itself.
WestJett, Mango's like 40. He should be handling...
It's not just like, why are these streamer events always escalating like this? Why are these streamer events always like weird shit is happening? From dudes getting friend-zoned and dogpiled of it. That's one of the more tame things. To like making an pushing an alcoholic to drink more, weird behavior, spiked drinks, people being inappropriate with each other. Why? Why is this so prevalent?
his own liquor.
Guys, Mango just blew a .25!
You know, at least Miskiff wasn't there, because we all know he would have covered it up.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. If you're having him blow a breathalyzer and being like, oh my god, he's like triple the legal limit, you're part of the problem. Wouldn't you be like, hey, I'm Ludwig, I'm almost 30 years old. I probably know that this guy shouldn't be drinking.
Yeah, but then again, we have people like iDubbbz who discovered empathy at the ripe age of 32. Is it just me, or do we have a lot of adult infants? Like, it might just be me.
Yo, I like this guy. He called out his age instantly.
Taking advantage of somebody with substance problems for entertainment purposes, and then when it goes wrong, you just blame them. He harasses these women all night, and they don't do... Why doesn't Ludwig stop this sooner?
No, it's because genuinely Ludwig thought nothing was wrong with it until he started getting backlash.
But also, like, from my perspective, and just to, like, give, like, what my perspective is, it's really difficult when there are a lot of people in a lot of different areas to keep eyes on everybody and see what they're doing.
Wrong. I mean, that would make sense if Mango literally wasn't the center of attention during all of this.
Very true. Like, from what I can hear and see, it appears that Mango was the only one acting out this hard. He was the center of the attention. He was the main course, so to speak. You cannot tell me that Ludwig did not notice this.
Tectone with hair had a good take here.
Instead of Ludwig blaming all of this on Mango, I think he should stop doing events with alcohol. If you want to be a squeaky clean advertiser, brand-friendly content creator...
These guys have been friends for a while, and to me, Ludwig just feels like a piece of shit. I think people would also respect Ludwig a lot more if instead of, you know, putting everything on Mango, he came out and acknowledged that he was enabling him in a way.
Let's up those numbers!
Like, I'd be so done. Like, we would no longer be we would no longer make content together. We would no longer be seen together. I'd no longer be friends with you. Like, it'd just be over. Because, like, dude, you basically, with friends like him, you don't need enemies. Basically backstabbing, and I absolutely hate that. Again, not to apologize Mango, because there's multiple things, right? Mango should have never attended this event because he knows he's an alcoholic. Ludwig knows that he's an alcoholic and should have never invited him. And if he did invite him into the streamer event, you should have not let him drink. But again, these people, they don't know this because they're adult infants. Tectone with hair is a crazy way to describe Asmongold. Accurate though. I mean, kinda, yeah. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, sure. Asmongold with hair, Tectone with hair, that works.
He did. A lot of these streamers are genuinely stunted. If you see that their age is 33, in their head, they're actually 23 because, you know, outside of university or, like, whatever, they actually haven't had much real-world experience. They sort of live in their own bubble, and that bubble's about to pop. Even the 43-year-old Genshin Impact player...
A new foe has appeared. Challenger approaching. The bald man. The 34-year-old virgin Genshin player. Very much. How poker do you have drama? I've never been in drama. Nasan Dick Rider, DD Drug Party player, Osama bin Laden terrorist supporter, something Piker. Thanks, Nux Taco credit deserved for original nickname. That's a whole lot of names for homie.
Fair chimed in.
I think Ludwig is a liar. I think he's a snake. And I think he would throw anybody under the bus to avoid a hate threat of his own. Ludwig, when you invite your friend, a known alcoholic, you will know that his weaknesses, that his vices will be there, and you don't get him kind of drunk. You get him 4 times past the legal limit, double blackout drunk, near fatal levels of intoxication. You point the camera at him, you say, good job, do more.
Ludwig. All my homies hate Ludwig.
Exactly. That's but that's what happened. Do more. Do more. Again, give this a week or 2, and everyone's like, Ludwig is such a good person. He's such a good boy. He would never do anything to a fly. Yeah, I don't, like I said, toxic positivity. I do not trust you if you act like this. I'm sorry.
Hey, yo, just blew a .32!
Unfortunately, we ran out of time for this video.
He blew us up again. Keep Ludwig away from Japan YouTubers. Wait, did something happen there too? I didn't even know that. That's interesting. Yep, that's the end of the video. What do I have to say? Very simple. If Ludwig does an event, keep your eyes open. He might enable you to do something and then backstab you after it. Yeah, I hate snakes. I hate these weird people that backstab their friends, that enable people to do horrid shit. He should have never been there to begin with. Mango, that is. Should have never been there to begin with. These alcohol events, they're stupid. Always weird shit happens when alcohol is involved. Like I said, spiked drinks, this. Just don't. Just don't.